Ain't nobody fresh as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh, so clean, so fresh, so clean, clean. Okay. How y'all doing? This is Lucifer here, business and spiritual consultant, as always. So, I think I ruffled a few feathers. I think I ruffled a few feathers. There's some people talking about the religious man that can't be pronounced. You know, what is up with all these occultists that use God to do things? They ask for God's judgment upon people. What kind of bullshit fucking demonologist are you? You fucking scared? What, you're scared? You're scared a demon is gonna latch onto you and create poltergeists in your house and take over your body, and then your neck is gonna start twisting 360 degrees, and then you're gonna vomit shit everywhere. You bitch. Shut your ass up. Pardon my language. Please forgive me, King Claunet. Please forgive me, Lucifer and Lilith, Asmodeus, and Beelzebub, for not being regal enough. I am sorry. Please forgive me. But I still need to say it. You guys act like bitches up in here, man. Shit. Wow. What is your problem, man? Like, you know what I mean? Okay, first of all, if you want me to believe that you're not Illuminati, stop saying God's name. I have to stop saying his name because every time I say his name, that pushes away the demons. You know what I mean? And I ain't trying to push away no goddamn demons. Pardon my language. Once again, pardon my French. I'm not trying to push away no demons. So I have to say it. I have to stop saying it. So, you know, like, but I have to say it because that's what we're talking about right now. And a lot of people, I am butthurt. Yes, I am butthurt. Because you're sending your spirit, your dick sucking bitch ass fucking fuck puppet, put a fucking finger up his fucking asshole, piece of shit, craptastic, ridiculous, dumb, fucking retarded, asymmetrical piece of garbage God thing after me. You know, like, so I'm a little bit butthurt. I'm a little bit butthurt. You know what I mean? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I'm in my total right to be butthurt. Because it's not like you're using an actual demon to come and attack me. It's not like you're using an actual spirit to come and attack me. You have to go find your baby Jesus daddy fucking, you know, dick up in your fucking ass, piece of shit, garbage, religious, fucking Catholic, you know, pedophile, servant, master, leader, fucking garbage bag, pile of shit God in order to come and do things. Because he's the only one that can. Fuck you and your dad, bitch. So okay, I'ma stop. It's out my system. It is out of my system. I swear, it's out of my system. I'm not even kidding. It's out of my system. Okay, so welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lucifer, business and spiritual consultant. If you're wondering what is Lucifer doing on Earth, well, let me tell you. He's talking about everything that the Earth is made of, which is what? You ask? You say? Business and spirituality. Let's go. So, I had an interesting, I wouldn't say predicament. It's not a predicament. I had an interesting situation happen to me a couple of days ago. I guess this is really relevant right now at this time and point. I don't know why, but I guess it is. It kind of shows what's going on a little bit. And I mean no disrespect. I hope I don't disrespect anybody. I hope I don't snitch on nobody. I hope I don't disrespect anybody. But I feel I need to share this with you guys. And it was told to me that I should share it with you guys, so I will. After this video, if somebody has a problem, then I'll just redo the video and I'll make another one. So my thing is, the other day I was meditating and I was traveling astral land. And in my astral land travel, um, I was with a particular demon. I was with Clarnick. I was chilling with Clarnick. He was very mad at me. He was very angry at me. He's the one that told me, you got to be more regal. You're being disrespectful. I don't like it. I don't like how you talking right now. So I said, okay. His face turned black. He was squinting his eye at me. His face turned black. The whole 9 yards. He wasn't even smiling. And you know Clarnick's always smiling. And he was not smiling. He was pissed off. So I'm sitting here and I'm chilling with him in his astral plane, in his hellscape. Not his astral plane, but his actual hellscape. He showed me as a hellscape and everything and blah, blah, blah. And then I had a surprise visit. A visit that I hadn't had in 5 years. I hadn't had a visit from this man in a long time, in 5 years. Do you know who came to visit me? No, it wasn't Elvis Presley. It wasn't the Ghost of Christmas Past. It was Nergal. Nergal was in my fucking room, in the corner of this room, right in the corner that I'm looking at. It was right there, standing right there. And I was like, oh, effing shit. I was like, oh, shit. So we gon' get into some biznatch right now. Nergal is here. So he's standing there. I'm panicking. Clarnick is standing. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him, and he's looking at him, and I'm looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me. So I'm like, Clarnick, what do I do? Nergal is here. What the hell am I supposed to do? So Clarnick tells me he came to give you peace offering. And I'm like, what? Nergal doesn't give peace offerings to people. That's not a thing. You know. When's the last time somebody said Nergal came to give a peace offering? Nobody ever said that shit. Ever. So I'm looking at him, he's looking at me, I'm looking at Clarnick, Clarnick's looking at me, we're both looking at Nergal, Nergal's looking at us. I'm like, okay, so what do I do now? He did already say that if he had a peace offering. He told me, just take it. Just take the peace offering, shut the hell up, take the peace offering, and be done with it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, whatever. You know, I take the peace offering. Basically, he blessed one of my beads. He blessed one of my beads. You know, so one of my beads, one of my mala beads, these beads, has Nergal's essence on it. Whichever type of essence it is that's on it. No offense. No pun intended. It's just a joke. I'm a clown. So I'm looking at the beads right now. I put it up there just in case I might need it. Who knows? Shit, I might need it right now with all that, you know, God, judgment, dick sucking bullshit that these guys are talking about right now. Part of my language. Who knows? So I look up Nergal. Interesting thing is, I know who Nergal is, but I googled him just for the fun of it, and the first page that appeared was that Nergal is a bringer of peace. He's a god of peace. A lot of compliments is thrown at Nergal if you Google his name. I wonder why that is. Because a few years ago, I'm pretty sure that's not what you would have found. Shoot, I don't think a few weeks ago that's not what you would have found. So it's very interesting that all of a sudden Nergal is the god of peace. And then he comes around to give me a peace offering. I don't know if I got it right, but maybe this is going to be a legitimate answer to your question if I really did see Nergal. So the figure that I saw, he was rotund. He was a rotund fellow with stubby fingers, long stubby fingers, big fat fingers. You know, he was eating something. I don't know what he was eating. And I think he had a red hat or something. He has something pale skin, very pale skin, and some kind of reddish hat or something. Or maybe that was his hair. I don't know. For all you occultists that might doubt me or that are wondering if I'm just talking out of my ass, that's the description I have. Based it off of your own description and see if it matches. Probably doesn't. I don't know. I don't really mess around with Nergal. Maybe it was a different astral type figure thing going on. I don't know. So it was very, very interesting. It was an interesting thing that he came around to give me a peace offering. Why would it give me, of all people, a peace offering? I don't know. I haven't seen him in 5 years. The last time I saw him, it wasn't fun. It was not that I didn't have a great time. You know, and he came around to give me a peace offering. I don't know what that was about. It was very interesting, very enlightening too. Very enlightening. I did not expect that to happen at all. Like, I had no warning. There was no warning. He just appeared and offered me something. And he blessed one of my beads, you know, and so my bead came on my shoulder. I thought it was a creature at first. I was like, what the heck is that? You know, it was like a thing. It was saying, and then as I thought about it, because the image wasn't clear in my head, and then, oh, it's just my beads. So my beads came alive and were just standing on my shoulder, you know, like on my arm, like a snake or something. So my beads are blessed by Nergal. I don't know. Thought it was an interesting story. Thought it was an interesting thing to share. Now, another thing. I am in a position. I am in between a rock and a hard place. I am between a rock and a hard place. And let me explain what kind of rock and a hard place I am in. The reason why I'm in between a rock and a hard place, because I am between people and a cult of people. So there's regular people that have regular trains of thought that are bound to go one side or the other. And then there's the cult that tries to tip people on one side. And I'm trying to tip people on the other side. So the cult is trying to tip people towards slavery. I'm trying to tip people towards freedom. A lot of people don't really want to have freedom. They want to be slaves. So most people tip on the side of, you know, dark brotherhood and stuff like that, fraternities and stuff like that, right? In order to become slaves and enslave other people. And that's fine. That's their business. They have the right to do whatever they want, especially when you got the largest dick sucking piece of shit on the planet backing you up. So, pardon my language, pardon my French. And then when you're on the other side, you know, when you got the baddest mother effer around that ever existed in the universe, that got to decide. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of people that want to be part of the baddest MFer team, from what I'm seeing. You know, everybody want to be part of the dick sucking pedophile bullshit that this motherfucker's offering. It's very interesting, you know, because A lot of people keep saying if you don't throw stones if you inside of a glass house. I don't care what my house look like. I'm gonna throw a stone through all the damn walls if I have to. You know what I mean? I don't care what it looks like. I'm gonna throw a rock through all the damn walls. As long as it reaches you, I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? So some people are worried, but you ain't gotta be worried. The point is, they want you to be worried. You gotta understand, I'm only one man, and I'm capable of doing this. So, what does that mean for you? Do you really think, oh, it's just me that can? No, it's not just me that can do these things. It's not. Absolutely not. Absolutely. It's not even for me. First of all, the teachings I have are for the black and the blue. It's for everyone. It's just I chose to follow it. And that's the only difference between me and other people. Is that I chose to follow down the route of this so-called power that everyone has. And most people feel like it's too much responsibility to put on their heads to be able to have or attain that sort of strength. So, and you know what? Let me retract that. Most people feel like just the fact that they have to live is too much responsibility. This is why most people don't have a business. They rather work for someone else because it's easier. Most people will not go against the grain because it's easier. People tend to do easy things. That's why some people steal money instead of making it, because it's easier. You know what I mean? It's easier. People tend to take the easy route. I'm not saying what I do is hard. I'm not saying what I do is the hard route, but you can say it is because of the simple notion that there's not enough people doing what I do. So doing what I do seems to be hard because I'm the only one doing it. But at the same time, it's not that hard because nobody notices what I do or nobody understands what I do. Nobody knows what I do. No one knows what I do, man. I'm a complete mystery. Even though I'm in front of your face, you still don't know me. Like looking high with a million pairs of eyes, and you'll never see. You know what I mean? Looking wide with a million pairs of eyes, you can't see me. You know, but it's not hard. You know, it's everything but hard. You know, it's everything but hard. You know, so I'm not a light worker. I'm not a light worker. I just saw a video. I got a guy. I kind of had like this epiphany because I never talk about shadow work. I never talk about dark work. You know, I never talk about light work either. Don't get me wrong, but I never talk about dark work. I do give out people tricks to become darker, but I never explain really what dark work is. And I just noticed this. But I also don't believe that people are ready for dark work. Because dark work is hard. It's complicated. You can get lost. It's dangerous. You can get lost in the woods. And you know me, Lucifer, I love getting lost. I don't like seeing everything all the time. I love getting lost. I love seeing new things. I don't like to see the same things over and over again. That's why I like to get lost. I enjoy my life. I enjoy myself. And when I mean lost, I don't really mean getting lost in the woods, but get lost in yourself. You know what I mean? Get lost in who you are. Like, I'm lost. I'm a lost person, obviously. You got the biggest pedophile dick sucker trying to judge me. because everybody think that's his role to judge people. No, he's a piece of shit. He's not worth. It's not worth $1. He's not even worth a penny. He's not even worth a penny, bro. Like, he's not worth a penny. Like, you know. So, but most people don't know that, because everything is vice versa. Everything is vice versa. Everybody thinks that he's the one that's worth something, but in actuality, he's garbage. You don't even know. You don't even know how bad it is. Just started rating. I think he heard me. So anyways, he's not worth a penny. He's not worth a penny. And you got the other dude that is actually worth all the gold in the world and should be draped in gold, as a matter of fact, but nobody really pays him any attention, because everybody believes what everybody else believes. But that's not, it's just not how shit is supposed to be. It's just not. And see, that rain right there is proof that I'm right. The rain right there is proof that I'm right. Because the only time you listening to a mother effer is when he talks shit about you. And that's when you show power. So you ain't shit. You ain't shit. Stop trying to act like you big bad blah 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 whatever you call yourself. You ain't. I know it. Everybody else knows it. And everybody that's supposed to know it know it. I'm sorry. I do understand that for some of you guys, you are in this consciousness and you're trying to connect your consciousness to one singular entity that can make sense out of everything else. That's what I did too. That's what I'm doing too. You only have two choices. You have light or dark. So you got to choose either you're light or you're dark. I'm dark. I did the same thing you're doing. I'm not that lost. I'm not that crazy. It's the same thing. I call mine Lucifer. You call yours whatchamacallits. But it's the same thing at the end of the day. We both are omnipotent. We both have the same powers. We're both capable of the same amount of influence. We're the same. It's two sides of the same coin. But there's a lot of things I disagree with his way of doing things. Because in his light, there is much more darkness than there is in my darkness. In my darkness, there is much more light. The yin and the yang. And it's very disgusting and disturbing that most people, because you don't have to be a demonologist. You don't have to be like me. You don't have to accept Lucifer as your mainframe, your motherboard. You don't have to do that. But you do need some balance. You do need to balance yourself. Right? And once you balance yourself, you can then proceed into creating the things that you want to create. And it's important. I'm happy. It makes me happy if you balance yourself, because at least you accept your darkness. At least you utilize your darkness in the correct manner. So, to me, that's fine. It's not 100%, but it's okay for now. And if you're interested in how the process of all this came to be, or you're interested in helping other people that need a little bit more help with all of this, people that are stuck in the fourth dimension, people that are stuck in the 3 dimension, if you're interested in helping those people, well, that's where I come in. That's where Lucifer comes in. And he's the only one that can help you with that, because you can ask the other piece of shit garbage bag as much as you want. He's not going to help you help people. He doesn't want to help people. Everybody's okay the way they are, according to him. Everybody's all right. You shouldn't judge people. You shouldn't blah, 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 whatever. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I stopped caring so long ago that I don't even remember the notions that he has. Neither do I need to remember. If I touch a Bible, I'm probably going to die of a heart attack. Like, for real, bro. Like, if I touch a Bible, I'm probably going to die right there, like on the spot. So, I don't like crucifixes. I don't like Bibles. I don't like Christianity. I don't like that shit. It's disgusting. It's repulsive to me. And it's like a magnet. We're two sides of the same coin, but we're two magnets, actually. You got Xavier and Magneto. But Xavier and Magneto, they repel each other. Every time they're close to each other, there's chaos, and then they have to go their separate. You never notice that every time those two, Magneto and Xavier, never capture each other. They always repel each other. Because Magneto knows how strong the other one is, and the other one knows how strong he is. So they repel each other. So it's like, I can't be in his presence. It's repelling to me. It's repelling to me. Give me a second here. So, shadow work is dangerous. Shadow work is dangerous. It's dangerous because it's easy to get lost. Because you have to understand your debauchery. You have to understand. You have to harness and consume your own debauchery. And debauchery, I don't mean just sexual acts. I mean like drinking, addiction, all those things. You have to consume those things. You have to be aware that they exist. You have to accept that they exist. You have to encourage yourself to see those things in a better light. For someone like me, it's a bit more complicated. Give me a second here. For someone like me, that's a little bit more complicated because I don't indulge in debauchery. I never was somebody. Well, that's a lie. I used to drink a lot and take a lot of drugs. So, but I'm not somebody that will go out of my way to take a lot of drugs, or, I'm not interested in doing that either, but I have to accept it. I have to accept that it's there. I have to accept it's there. I have to understand its uses. I have to love it. I have to love it. But at the same time, I'm not supposed to love it. I can't. I'm supposed to love debauchery, but not indulge in debauchery. And it's a very weird thing. It's a very peculiar concept, But at the same time, you have to be honest with yourself. Because the demon work, dark light work, the demons will not stop you from giving yourself pleasure, but they will stop you from giving yourself pleasure if you think that that's what they want. If you think that that's what they want, they're going to stop you from doing it, because you're not doing it for yourself. You're not doing it to make yourself feel better. You're not doing it to enjoy yourself. You're not doing it because it's part of your soul. You're doing it because you're trying to make somebody else happy, because you have a misconception of an ideal. And this is why shadow work is dangerous. And this is why you can get lost doing shadow work. I love getting lost. I'm a pro at getting lost. I am lost. I'm a lost person. And I hate finding my way back. Because it's boring. When you find your way back, that means you're enlightened. That means you understood. So the journey's over. It's not fun anymore. But if I get lost, if I find another subject to get lost in, and have my whole world being flipped upside down, that's fun. I don't know what's gonna happen next. I can just wait here, and I don't know what's gonna happen next. That's fun to me. It's like getting lost in the world of demons. I don't know what's gonna happen, and it's fun because I can't wait to see what's next. But if I become demonically enlightened and finish, well, where's the fun in that? You got nothing more to learn, and you're just sitting there, twirling your thumbs, waiting for the next big thing to happen. So, Lucifer finds enlightenment in getting lost. Lucifer understands more about simple concepts that people take for granted because he gets lost in it. He studies it. He embraces it. He's addicted to it. And he's completely overwhelmed by the creation he made with it on purpose. So dark work is difficult. And no, I haven't started dark work yesterday. So yeah, it can be difficult, and it can lead people astray, even if I dare say so. I mean, there's a lot of concepts that these bastards put in their Bible. At the end of the day, there's a reason why it's there. I'm not saying they're right, but they were on to something. They obviously weren't right, but they were on to something. So yeah, man. Can I heal people? Of course. Of course I can heal people. It's all that, I can do pretty much everything that a light worker can do, I can do it. But like I said, a lot of people tend to go towards one way because everybody's over there. They don't understand neatly what it means to go over there. People go towards the light because everybody else is going towards the light. But at the end of the day, if you go towards the light, you're going to end up finding out that there's a lot more darkness in that light that you thought there was. And then you're going to go to darkness, the chosen few, the chosen badass, real muckle. Pardon my language. I'm a clown. The chosen few real people that are going to follow the dark path, they're going to find some light. And they're going to find some very redeeming, beautiful, comfortable, soothing, warm light. Which is what people think they have when they walk into the light. It just seems that way. But that's because they're hiding their shadows. We don't hide our shadow, we hide our light. So keep judging me with your Jewish overlord. Keep using your Jewish overlord over me. Keep praying to that bastard. To me, it's a compliment. Because that means I'm so powerful that there is no spirit in the world except for that dude that can do something to me. So it's a very big compliment, and that inflates my ego tenfold to know that that's the case. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's not the first time I hear that. Elmera said it. Dolo said it. I think somebody else said it, but I don't remember who it is. But a lot of people want to use God, and God is going to take care of me. I mean, hey. I'm not saying he's not capable of his little tricks and stuff, obviously. But I'm a very capable person myself. So, keep on trucking, trucker. Keep on trucking. I find it sad that people have to revert to that sort of thing. I mean, like, these people want to implement demonology in their stuff, but it's not demonology. I guess it's Satanism. It's not really demonology. I guess it's Satanism. It's a different branch of. It's like demons, but they're not really demons. But they work for the light. So I don't know. There's those guys that they can work with, and they can pass themselves off as being demonologists and Satanists and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Because I'm pretty sure there's some Satanists out there that strictly works with demons and they don't want to have anything to do with the light. Because they've been hurt. They've been damaged. They saw what the light was. They had abusive parents. They have abusive parents, abusive partners, abusive cult-like groups that they were part of. That all comes from the light. It all stems from the light. Me, I'm a Valkyrie. I pick up the ones that were slain in battle, and then I make them into gods. And they sit and drink in Valhalla, waiting for the next battle. So I'm not, I'm not who people think I am. I'm what people lead you to believe. I mean, of course, I don't want to make myself look like the good guy here because I love chaos. I am a dark entity. I am darkness itself. I am darkness itself. So, of course, there's chaos in my world. Of course, it's crazy. Of course, it looks insane. It's like Atlas tumbling down the rabbit hole. Alice tumbled down to hell. She didn't tumble down heaven. Nobody tumbles down heaven. They tumble down to hell. Jacob's Ladder, 1989 movie with, I don't know what's his face. So, pleasure to meet each and one of you guys. It's a pleasure for you to listen to my content. It's a pleasure that you have listened to my content. It's a pleasure that more of you are joining in every day. It is a true pleasure. I am in total awe of how much these series of videos have been received. And unfortunately, because of my human flesh, meat bag, ignorant person that I am, I cannot even start to express how much it means to me for you guys to comment, leave the comments that you leave. Most of the time they're positive. I know I always talk about the negative and stuff like that, but they do come up. And just talking about positivity is not always entertaining. It's not always entertaining. So of course I'm gonna talk about the negative stuff too, you know. But I really do appreciate the ones that listen to these videos, and the one that listen to the videos are probably the smartest man in the room right now. And everybody's wondering, how do they know these things? And that's why I'm not more popular, because y'all are trying to keep me on the underground and stuff. You don't want me to be mainstream because you don't want me to start saying stupid bullshit like those guys. I promise you, if you guys make me mainstream, I will not betray you. I promise you. They're gonna Alex Jones my ass. That's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get Alex Jones, bro. That will happen. But me betraying you, nah, not gonna happen anytime soon. These people that keep saying, "Oh, it's just jokes. We're just joking. Everybody's alive." Blah blah blah. I've seen firsthand what these disgusting bastards can do. Firsthand. Now, I've never saw somebody eat a baby before, but I've seen some pretty brutal shit. I don't like these guys. I don't like these guys at all. Period. Now, I'm just a guy. I'm just a man. I try to be just a man from time to time. I can't fight armies of people by myself. I'm not that crazy. But still, there is no way, shape, or form that I will ever truly be one of them. I might respect some of these people as a person. I might throw a flower when they do something good. I might see art for art because I love art. But in the back of my mind, I still feel like it's a waste because they're following that dude. It's still a waste. It's still a waste. But I promise you, today, tonight, at this hour, whatever hour you're looking at this video, that I will not be the one to betray you. No matter what you see, no matter what I say, no matter what it looks like, I've learned my lesson. Maybe you haven't learned yours. Maybe they didn't have a reason to teach you a lesson, but they taught me a lesson. A lesson that I will not soon forget. With that said, I'll see you guys on the next one. Subscribe. Have a good one. Peace out.